This week I'm in Mauritius with my fellow Laureus ambassadors and project leaders from different Laureus-supported organisations across Southern Africa as we celebrate the Africa Laureus Summit, sharing ideas on how together we can use sport to make the world a better place. It's a beautiful location, there's some very cool people, and we're going to have a pretty good few days.
This summit is actually just for the South Africans. Every second year they have an international one. But he did say because it has grown so much in South Africa, they almost have to have one for the South African projects almost every year, which is a great news and good to hear because that's what we want. We want it to grow, and especially being South African, it's great to hear it's growing so well in South Africa.
Project leaders and guests arrived from across Southern Africa, including a rather familiar face from the world of cricket.
You know, for us as sportsmen, when you're playing at that time, you know, you're just fully focused on the job at hand and you're a bit selfish, to be totally honest. So it's nice once you're finished to be able to give back in some way. And I think Laureus is a wonderful organisation that's got a lot of good things on the go. Obviously trying to create social awareness and trying to create social development through the aid of sport.
I think everybody's a little bit nervous and excited for this amazing race. We've got a lot of competitive people around, so we'll see if the competitive spirit comes out and if we can control it.
Sport sits at the crux of the success of Laureus projects, learning through sport and activity, and in that vein, all of the guests got stuck into a rather special, amazing race, taking in the beauty of Mauritius and some rather competitive interaction.
Step forward, yeah, and the other one, go through, sure.
So we come to the end of the inaugural Laureus Africa Summit here in Mauritius, and we thought we'd wrap up with a little bit of touch rugby on the beach. A couple of the guys couldn't make corner kickers off having a manicure. Lana Mayer's running around the island, Grant Lottering cycling around it. But I got a couple of the guys with me, and it's actually two really appropriate guys, Butch James and Neethling. They're both really close mates of mine. We go back a long way, and they both, well, let's be honest, they both look up to me.
It's a first for me, you know, the kind of things that he says, you know, really sticks, and he's not really liked, you know, like amongst, you know, like all the sports guys. So we'll see what happens here today.
This is why nobody likes Neethling.
I don't really get on with Dan at all. He's definitely not one of my friends. I have been on his show, yeah, for sure, but I was paid to do that, so of course I'm going to get in there and earn a bit of extra cash, but yeah, I don't like him at all, so yeah, I've bumped into him, yeah, in Mauritius again. I can't believe he's also here with the Laureus team. I don't know what they're doing getting him involved, but anyway, I'm not too sure what sport he's even played in his life, but he's here and I'm here, so let's hope that I run into him on the rugby field now.
Let's go! I don't know, but it's something about that makes me think that maybe it wasn't an accident. So it turned out that wasn't actually that much fun. Butch James is a singularly unpleasant person, and that Neethling character's not far behind, but it's a small part of what's been a wonderful few days. The guys from Laureus here heading back to South Africa, they're going to be making an amazing difference in their communities, doing so through sport. What we've shown over the last couple of days in Mauritius is that sport really does have the power for good. And this is your Butch James playing touch rugby.